Hey folks, Jeff here at Back to Country. Well, it's almost like I'm back in the military again. One of the things that you do a lot of in the military is what we call hurry up and wait. You get all in a hurry and get in line, do whatever you got to do, get ready to deploy, whatever, and then you sit around and wait. And you're always waiting on somebody else. So they want you to be on time, to be there, ready to go. And then you wait because the next person in the process isn't there, isn't ready, whatever. I don't know. It's just always hurry up and wait. And I thought I was pretty much done with that once I retired. Unfortunately, I'm not. I've been waiting for weeks for the spray foam people to come and get this insulation done. It's holding me up in just about every direction I go. And so I came up here. I was here for about a week, and I hauled a load ready to unload that stuff into the shop. Of course, I wanted them to spray foam first, get that spray foam done, and then I'd unload my stuff I hauled up here into the shop, and that was where I was going to temporarily store it until I had time to put it in the shipping containers in an organized fashion. Well, unfortunately, that didn't happen. The spray foamers delayed and delayed and delayed. Weather, this or that, whatever. So I finally ended up spending some time and just stuffing everything into shipping containers. Not ideal, because now I've eventually got to unload it again and organize everything. But it is what it is. So I ran back to San Antonio, almost 400 miles. Got another load. Was there for about a week. Spray foamers said they would be here that week. I returned. Still no spray foamers. That was last week. Got in touch with them this weekend. Said, any updates? When you gonna be here? They said, oh, we're trying to catch up, blah, blah, blah. We're working the weekend. We'll definitely be there this week. Well, today's Wednesday. I still ain't heard from them. They still ain't here. And I still got stuff in my trailer that needs unloaded. And I've been just sitting around waiting, because it's also been raining on and off, so it's muddy and it's hard to get any work done when there's a lot of mud. The ground's wet, still dealing with erosion and everything else. But I need to do something. I can't just sit around. So I think I'm going to start up the dozer, maybe try to clean up a little bit of mud, and then go down and rip my field of stone, pull some rocks to the top, and pick up a load of rock in the tractor, and then dump the rock around and try to maybe fill up some holes a little bit and improve at least this hill a little bit. I got a lot of areas that are, the dirt's washing out below. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at this road, looking at the top, it actually doesn't look too bad, but as you come down, you can see where the sides have been eroding out a little bit. That really doesn't matter because the tires aren't that wide. Obviously, the tires are following these outside tracks. But if you can see on this outside track, the dirt is washing out, and so the rocks just keep sinking further and further. So I'm thinking maybe fill these holes up with some rock. See if that at least improves the road a little bit. And out by my mailbox, I see the mail delivery person has been pulling over to drop mail in the mailbox, just junk mail, of course. And Well, they're starting to get a rut there in front of the mailbox, so maybe I'll put some rock in there and help her out. You can see here it's washing out. Maybe throw some rock in there or whatever. Just something to help improve this a little bit. Put some rock down along here where the water's running, just to kind of level it out a little bit and maybe slow down that erosion. Again, this is all temporary until I got time to fix this mess over here. I mean, it's just slowly, all that dirt I hauled, it's just washing out. Washing out, but it's because of so much sand. There's no clay to really hold it together, not enough clay anyway. And so every time it pours, and you know, it seems we get a few inches every storm. I mean, since I've been here, which is now a week and a half, we've got 2.5 inches of rain. And when I arrived, there was 5 inches, I think, 4 or 5 inches in the rain gauge. So, man, we're getting a lot of rain this year, or this winter or whatever. So you can see all this dirt. It's just silt that's run off, sand. I mean, it's hard. It's not like mushy or anything, so that's at least good. You can drive over it and stuff. Here we got like I don't know if that's a gopher or mole or what that's crossing the road here. Funny, there was one that did the same thing before the last rain. The rain's washed it away now, but I came down here and there was a trail like this that was dug up the whole way, and looking closer at it, it looked like a fox had chased a mole or gopher or whatever all the way through there until it finally caught it. You can see the pattern of the water here, almost like a river delta. And it's a little bit softer where it's wet, but it's still pretty hard pack. I mean, you can drive over it no problem. But again, this is a project that we need good weather and we need time. I need to be able here long enough to fix it. I got to get some ditches dug and culverts put in. It's a never ending. I'm also waiting on the tax assessor. They, I guess, figured out I built that building, and so they want to come do their little tax assessing thing so they get their pound of flesh. So they were supposed to call me today to come take some measurements or do whatever they want to do. And yeah, I haven't heard from them either. So that's the way it is. We hurry up and wait. So there's the rippers. Looks like we picked up some rocks. The intent is just to drive through and rip the rocks to pull them up to the surface so we can pick them up and put them in the bucket of the tractor, and then, you know, put them where we want them. But there's some big ones in there too. This one doesn't look stuck like that other one. It should come out. Might have to hit it with a sledgehammer or whatever, but we'll get her. And there's what it looks like after running a few passes with the ripper. You know, it basically just, almost like a plow, rips the soil a bit. If we didn't get a giant rock stuck in the ripper, it would be better, but it is what it is. So you can look here into the soil and you can see there's quite a bit of rock in there still. Now, I don't know how many times we've done this and how many loads of rock we've taken out of here, but every time I come through, there's still lots of rock in there. So I don't know, we call it the field of stone. It's like a rock garden, it grows its rocks. I don't know, there's a lot in there, a lot of rock in there, so should easily be able to pick up a good bucket load. And we'll see what that does, trying to clean up a few areas. Oh man, that was a lot of work. That's over a ton of rock right there. Picked up by hand, piece by piece, one at a time. I don't know how long it took me, but it's been a bit. Oh man, it's a lot of work. Well, that was a lot of work, and my back is killing me. But I got it done. Well, at least I got that bucket done. Whew, what a lot of work. And one load did not go very far. I thought that it would go much further than it did, but no, it's gonna take a few more. But it's okay, we made some improvement. So let me show you what I did. Basically, I just tried to mainly take this trench here there wasn't enough rock there, so what it was doing is the water was flowing around the rock and probably underneath it, and it was slowly washing out the dirt underneath, so it was just sinking and making like a trench. So I just filled it in with rock, and then of course it looks all flat and everything because I ran the compactor over the top of it to basically press it in, lock it in good, and hopefully that'll kind of be deep enough now that the water won't run all the way down to the bottom and wash out the dirt. I also had this area here that was, you know, just kind of washing out, so obviously I can't run the compactor on the edge like that, but I just threw enough rock in there to try to slow down that water, maybe even make it go around. I don't know. We'll just have to see what it does. If need be, I guess we'll have to put more rock in there. And then over on this side, same thing. We got this ditch here that was washing out, and so I filled in the trench, and then I put rock below it so that the water will run over the rock and hopefully slow down the erosion. And we'll keep filling that up on the next load. Put some more rock in there and hopefully bring this all up, and then we got these washes along the side as well, and we'll just keep working until we can get all these things filled in a bit. I mean, we do have enough space to drive over. Let's see, the compactor is 8 feet wide, and we could not compress the whole thing in one pass. So of course there's a tractor tire there. That's, the tractor's 8 feet wide also, and I don't know where the tractor tire was on this side on the rock, I know that. but out here there's no maybe tractor marks right on the edge here, so we got plenty of road, but we're gonna fill all this in with rock, so we'll just go where we left off and keep on working it down until we get it all done. And it'll strengthen up the road a little bit. Like I say, we know this is temporary, but we can't have it washing out on us. So even though it's temporary, we still got to have a decent road, which means I either go buy a load of rock or I go down to the field and pick it up. And right now I'm picking it up. So I guess if I get too tired of that, I'll go buy a load, but so far it's working. It just slow, tedious work, back-breaking work, bending over constantly, picking up rocks, and it really does something on my back. So my back is tight now and cramping. So I don't know if I'll be doing this tomorrow or not. We'll see. It depends on how I feel. Tax man never showed up today. I did get a text from the spray foam guys, and he said that they'll be here early morning Friday. So basically, when he said it would be this week, it ended up being the last day of the week. So I don't know if they're gonna work Saturday or what, because he told me it's gonna take 2 days. Hopefully we're not looking at Friday and then again on Monday, or Friday and then next Friday, because that's crazy and I got stuff to do. I need to get this done, like I say, so I can get the trailer unloaded and head back to San Antone and get one more load, so I can finish out my weight authorization and get the paperwork done, I guess. Well, there's another bucket down. It actually takes a lot more rock than you would think to do this. I guess I'll gather another bucket before I compact, but we've got basically that part still to go. On this side, a little bit of work to do, and down here need to do some work on this. And then if we still have enough, maybe we'll put some down there, but this really isn't too bad. Just right here needs a lot of work. Little by little.